Hi, hello, welcome to picking up my October TBR. First, let me explain how I go about doing this, because I don't already have it picked out. But that is the goal for today, is to get the October TBR picked. So let me go ahead and explain how I exactly do that. In my reading journal every month, I give myself 9 squares, 9 slots to fill for books. What I end up doing is I pick 4 Kindle books and 5 physical books. And how I go about doing that is rolling a d20. So I have a list of 20 Kindle books that I pulled from my Kindle library that I want to read, because I have an absurd amount of books in my Kindle library. So I picked 20 books from there, and we'll pick 4 of these. And then I'll go around my room, around all my shelves, and I will pick out, slightly pull out 20 books amongst my shelves. Then I will roll the d20 5 times to get my 5 numbers for that, and 4 times to get my 4 Kindle books. So we are going to start with the Kindle books. I will bring you guys closer because I roll on here, so you can kind of see the process. You kind of see it at least once, and then I'll go do it the other 3 times, and then come back to tell you guys the 4 Kindle books that were chosen. And then I will go through all of my shelves, pick out the 20 to roll from, then roll 5 books there, then come back and more than likely show you guys the covers of them. I'm too lazy to find the covers of the Kindle books to show you, so I will just tell you. But the physical books, I will grab all 5 that I end up pulling, and I will show you guys those. So I will bring you guys closer so you can see how exactly I go about rolling for my books. I have my list here off to the side. I have all of my dice here in this coffin that I got from Five Below. I grab a d20. This one is actually really pretty. Has movable sparkles in it. Really pretty. So essentially, all that I do is I roll and I count out on my list the number that I pulled. That's a 6. So on my list, I will find it and put a star by it. I'm gonna do this 3 more times, and then I will be back to tell you guys what I rolled for my Kindle reads. Okay, so I've now picked out my 4 Kindle reads for the month. No, I don't know the authors off the top of my head. My brain doesn't work like that. I can work with the titles, I just cannot work with figuring out authors' names off the top of my head. So, deal with it. So the 4 Kindle books that were picked out for me for the month of October, we have The Wrong Bride, which, if I remember correctly, is a dark-ish romance, arranged marriage. I think that's an entire series of arranged marriages. No, Marriage of Convenience, if I remember correctly. Then we have Home is Where the Bodies Are, The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, and we also have Guild. So those are my 4 Kindle reads for the month. Now I'm gonna go through all my shelves, and there are 2 shelves behind you guys. I'm gonna go through the shelves that I have, pull out 20 to roll from, write down the numbers on that piece of paper that I have here, and then I will go and find them all for you. So give me a second. I'm back with the 5 books that were physically chosen for me by the dice. Don't know if the dice was good to me this month. It wasn't necessarily bad for me last month. I read a good bit of the 9 that I picked off of my September TBR. Besides the point, let's go over what the dice chose, and I will bring you guys closer for that, so I don't have to move back and forth. There we go. Now y'all are closer. I'm gonna go through the 5 books that were chosen for my actual TBR, and then we will also go through some of the books that I'm hoping to get to in October because it just fits the vibe, because I am a mood reader. So anyway, we have Kingdom of the Cursed, the second book in this trilogy. I think it's Kingdom of the Wicked trilogy? I don't know. What is your series name? Yeah, it's just Kingdom of the Wicked. I read the first one back in March, and I've been trying to get around to this one, but one of the main ways that I pick out my reads is through dice, because I'm indecisive, and the dice just has never chosen Kingdom of the Cursed. Not that I'm complaining, because now I actually get to read it. The dice have also picked out a relatively newer book that I bought. One of the newer books that I bought Phantasma. I was saying in my vlog that I wanted to read this in October, so I'm happy that the dice listened and gave it to me. Another one of the new books it gave me was the Baby Dragon Cafe. It's probably one of the shortest books on my TBR, period, so I'm excited to read this. It did give me a dark romance, Gravity by Sarah Kate. This is a reverse harem where I choose. And then the final book that the dice gave me for my actual monthly TBR, Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. This will be my first Holly Jackson book. I do own her entire A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy. I just haven't read it yet, because I did buy this one first because it is her first adult thriller and it is interesting to me, as well as A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. And really quick, I did just want to show off the naked hardcover. I am now going to go grab the books that I want to read in October as just like my optional mood reading books, because that's how I am. But before I do that, I am going to really quickly record the TikTok version of my TBR of just going through it, so that I can just go ahead and get these put back as I go. Now we're going to go over the bonus books. Some of the books that are like high on my priority list of what I want to get to, either because they're new, I've had them for a while, favorite authors, that kind of a thing. So we are now going to go through that, and that should be the last thing I do in this video. First off, Taurus season. I will probably end up starting this one. If I'm being honest, I probably might just start. This is not one that I'm going to be annotating because I do not annotate my sprayed edges. I don't know. I just don't like the idea of messing with them. But I am going to thoroughly enjoy this. We also have Road Trip with a Vampire that I want to read next month. This I could probably sit and read in a day. That's just how quick this series has gone for me. What I might end up doing though, is I might end up just rereading the first two in this trilogy first, because I cannot remember if we've gotten snippets of them in the last two. So I might want to just reread to see if I'm incorrect in my assumption on that or not. Then we also have Unwanted, murder, mystery, romance type thing. I am super excited to read this. Yeah, double murder. So I am excited to read this. Pen Pal. I've had this actually since I think December, January. I know I was in this house when I finally did buy it. Yeah, I've had this for a while and I want to read it. I don't know what it's trying to be, but it intrigues me. Also, I'm not pulling it out, but I do want to finish my reread of Lights Out because I am currently annotating it. I did initially read that on my Kindle last October. Took me a day and a half to read that entire thing on my Kindle on a road trip. So I am rereading it physically and annotating it so that I can go into Lights Out and read it, go into Caught Up, read it and annotate it. Gothicana. This is actually on my 25 books to read in 2025. And I've just been waiting for like the fall season to actually read this, because that's the vibes that this book just gives me. Not to mention that beautiful artwork on the inside of this jacket. Bunny. I found this last summer when me and Conrad went to Chicago. I had been looking for it for like a good few months prior to that. Like every time we had the chance to go to Barnes, I looked for it, and then I finally found it and I got it, and I haven't read it yet, but I want to, and I'm going to. I do plan to read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder as well this month. I do have the entire trilogy so that I can just binge the entire trilogy if I so please. I need my yearly Finley Donovan. I've read one of her books a year. This is the one that I'm on, and I just have not gotten around to my Finley for the year, and I need to. Beautiful Venom by Rena Kent. I am currently working through her initial Renaverse of her dark romances, and I heard that you don't actually have to finish the original Rena Kent universe to start this, and it's a hockey romance. Then this last one is kind of, I don't know, maybe controversial. I really don't know, but he is my all-time favorite author. I do collect Stephen King books. I do love Stephen King. So his new novel that came out back in May, this, Never Flinch, and I just haven't read it yet. That seems a little like a crime that I want to fix. And also, it's very rare that you just see plain red. But I also try to read a Stephen King once a year, and I have not read my Stephen King yet for the year. So I'm hoping that this will be the one. Let me get all these books put away, and then I'll be right back to outro you guys. Okay, guys. So that was picking out my October TBR plus some other books that I just want to read in October that the dice didn't end up giving me. I am a mood reader at heart, so we will see what I get to in the month of October. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys in the next one. And remember, in October, I do plan to do two weekly reading vlogs of reading dark romances for a week and reading mystery thrillers for a week. So keep an eye out for those. But yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video.